Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to explore the mind-blowing corners of the universe, or in this case, maybe a chessboard.
Yeah, today's going to be pretty wild. We're taking a look at an excerpt from The Universe versus the Chessboard, a game of infinite possibilities.
Catchy title, right?
Totally. And it gets right to the point. We're talking about how there are more possible chess games than there are atoms in the entire observable universe.
Which, is a lot of atoms.
Right. Like the universe is massive. How can a board game even come close?
It really highlights how our brains kind of struggle with numbers that big. To get a sense of just how many atoms we're talking about, imagine all the grains of sand on every single beach on Earth.
Okay, got it. A lot of sand.
A lot, right. Now multiply that by, well, by a number so huge it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. And that's just the atoms we can observe. But even that mind-boggling number is dwarfed by the number of possible chess games. It's crazy.
So just to be clear, we're not saying there are literally infinite chess games.
Right. Technically, no. But the number is so vast, it practically might as well be infinite. I mean, how could we ever possibly play them all?
Yeah, that's true.
And think about it this way. Chess, at first glance, it seems pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, you've got the board, the pieces, the rules. Seems simple enough.
Right. But here's the thing. The way those pieces can move and interact, it creates this explosion of possibilities.
So even with a limited number of pieces and moves, the combinations just get out of control.
Exactly. It's all about combinatorics. Every single move opens up a whole new set of possible game states. It's like a tree, right? With each move, you create a new branch. And with every turn, those branches multiply exponentially.
Whoa, hold on. Game states. What does that even mean?
Oh, good point. A game state is basically a snapshot of the board at any given moment, where all the pieces are and what moves are possible from there. It's not just about how long a game goes on. It's about all the different ways those moves can be combined in sequence. That's the power of combinatorics.
So every pawn move, every knight's jump, it's like splitting the game into a zillion different realities.
That's a great way to put it. And the more moves you make, the more those realities multiply. It's mind-boggling to think about. Even a short game can result in a truly massive number of potential paths.
Okay, so chess is way more complex than I ever realized. But is this just like a fun fact about a board game?
Nope, not at all. This concept of combinatorics applies to, well, pretty much everything. Think about genetics, for example.
Okay, how so?
Well, the way genes combine and recombine, that's pure combinatorics. And that's what leads to the incredible diversity of life we see all around us.
Wow, I never made that connection before. So it's not just about games, it's a fundamental principle that shapes the entire world.
Exactly. I mean, think about the spread of ideas on social media. Each interaction, each post shared, creates new possibilities, new branches on that tree, and influences opinions and behaviors in ways we can't even predict. It's a crazy, complex system, and it's all driven by the same principles we see at play in a game of chess.
That's wild. It's like we spend so much time analyzing chess strategies, but maybe we're only seeing a tiny fraction of what's actually possible.
Right, and this comparison of chess to the universe, it's not just a cool factoid. It's really humbling, I think. It shows us that even in something as seemingly simple as a chessboard or the rules of a game, there can be this whole universe of possibilities that's just beyond our ability to grasp. It makes you wonder what other complexities we're missing out there in the world.
Definitely food for thought.
Huh.
So the takeaway here is that even something as familiar as chess has a depth of complexity we rarely even consider. And that same principle of combinatorics is working all around us, driving everything from the diversity of life to the way ideas spread. Makes you wonder, what other hidden depths are we overlooking, right?
Right, and who knows what amazing things we might discover if we just keep exploring.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Keep those minds open, and we'll